What is complex post-traumatic stress disorder? Most commonly, it's caused by prolonged or repetitive events from which escape is difficult or impossible. Such events include, but are not limited to, torture, concentration camps, slavery, genocide campaigns, and other forms of organized violence. Prolonged domestic violence and repeated childhood sexual or physical abuse are also significant causes. Following the traumatic event, the development of all three core elements of post-traumatic stress disorder, lasting for at least several weeks, re-experiencing the traumatic event after the traumatic event has occurred, in which the event is not just remembered, but is experienced as occurring again in the here and now. This typically occurs in the form of vivid, intrusive memories or images, flashbacks, which can vary from mild. There's a transient sense of the event occurring again in the present, to severe. There is a complete loss of awareness of present surroundings, or repetitive dreams or nightmares that are thematically related to the traumatic event. Re-experiencing is typically accompanied by strong or overwhelming emotions, such as fear or horror, and strong physical sensations. Re-experiencing in the present can also involve feelings of being overwhelmed or immersed in the same intense emotions that were experienced during the traumatic event, without a prominent cognitive aspect, and may occur in response to reminders of the event. Deliberate avoidance of reminders, likely to produce re-experiencing of the traumatic event or events. This may take the form either of active internal avoidance of relevant thoughts and memories related to the events, or external avoidance of people, conversations, activities, or situations reminiscent of the events. In extreme cases, the person may change their environment, for example, move house or change jobs to avoid reminders. Persistent perceptions of heightened current threat, for example, as indicated by hypervigilance or an enhanced startle reaction to stimuli such as unexpected noises. Hypervigilant persons constantly guard themselves against danger and feel themselves or others close to them to be under immediate threat, either in severe and pervasive problems in affect regulation. Examples include heightened emotional reactivity to minor stressors, violent outbursts, reckless or self-destructive behavior, dissociative symptoms when under stress, and emotional numbing, particularly the inability to experience pleasure or positive emotions. Persistent beliefs about oneself as diminished, defeated, or worthless, accompanied by deep and pervasive feelings of shame, guilt, or failure related to the stressor. For example, the individual may feel guilty about not having escaped from or succumbing to the adverse circumstance of danger, or not having been able to prevent the suffering of others. Persistent difficulties in sustaining relationships and in feeling close to others. The person may consistently avoid, deride, or have little interest in relationships and social engagement more generally. Alternatively, there may be occasional intense relationships, but the person has difficulty sustaining them. The disturbance results in significant impairment in personal, family, social, educational, occupational, or other important areas of functioning. If functioning is maintained, it is only through significant additional effort.